I don't think there's ever a point where I said Counter-Strike's not a thing I want to do. Like, despite any hardships that you'll go through with one team not working out, or players not working out on a team, or failing at an event, or anything else, I think that competition is something that's like deep-rooted in me. So I feel like Counter-Strike, I guess, scratches that itch the best out of any other game I've played, or more than any other competition I've played. I think Neptune's kind of like an anomaly when it comes to younger players. With someone 16 years old, you're going to expect someone that's like immature. But for Neptune, he's like a 24-year-old in terms of maturity, even though he's 16 years old. So he never gives like any issue when it comes to like attitude or pushback or anything. You tell him something, you give him like feedback, he's just gonna like listen to the message and be like, okay, and then he'll work on it, and you'll see within like the next week or two, you can see him like applying it. I think that's like a really cool thing that I think a lot of other 16-year-olds wouldn't do. I think there's a lot of things that I see that I don't think is good enough. And this has actually become like kind of a meme on the team now, because like if we do something wrong, then they'll say like NGE or not good enough, because they know that I'm going to say it. I really feel like we should be trying to get to as close to perfect as possible, and I feel like whatever we're doing in the moment, especially like the last few weeks, it just hasn't been good enough. What would make me happy would be that there's like clear progress that's being made. So even if we lose here, but we lose with our heads up high, because we know that we put in 100% effort, and we didn't lose because we did same mistakes that cost us other events. We learned from those, we fixed them, we progressed, and the other teams were just simply better today. And we could see that we made progress and there's something to be proud about. That would make me happy.
Events like this are very important for us. To attend these events is pretty much everything that we're striving for. We're super happy to be here. Jet lag's obviously a massive factor, so we always try and come for a boot camp. Even if it's not like a full week, we like to come a couple of days earlier so we can sort of adjust to the time, because yeah, it's a big adjustment pretty much anywhere in the world we go to. I think the regions are totally different. Our region's certainly weaker than Europe or North America. So we'll play versus Australian teams and we'll do things that work and we think they're good, and then we come here and only now like our flaws revealed. It really helps us sort of adjust our mistakes and see the holes that we can't see domestically. So we've been boot camping for a week in Odense, but we were pretty comfortable versus all of the other teams except Australis and MRBR. So Australis and MRBR just blew us out of the water. We couldn't really touch them in practice. They've sort of built a library of reactions and it's very hard to take them off guard. Australis have been losing some games. Perhaps they're slipping a little bit, or people have started to really look into how they play. But I think to topple those teams is a hard ask for anyone. I think it'd be naive to say we're not an underdog. We're absolutely an underdog. We've been preparing a lot for our first matchup versus Navi, and we're probably as confident as we can be coming against like the second best team in the world. So if we can play as a team, that's where we're going to succeed. But if we get in individual aim battles with Simple or Nico, it's going to be bad. We try and move away from individual skill as much as we can and compensate for it with strategy. Our players, we have a pretty new lineup and some quite young players, but it's just going to be ironed out over time, and we do have some strong players. Alistair has moved to the AWP and he's been performing really well. Inns is obviously a very strong player as well, so I think all of our players can perform, but it's just a matter of on the day just turning up and performing.